Well, hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of Ladies Listen Up. What is your relationship with your money? Man, I'm about to pop out of the scenes. I have some wonderful, wonderful news to share with you all today. But again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share this information with somebody else. I told you, I'm on this journey along with you. We're talking about asset diversification. We're talking about living out our dreams. We're talking about succeeding in not only our finances, but having a balanced, well rounded life, enjoying every beautiful day as the blessing that it's intended to be. So let's go ahead and get started and jump right on in. We know we go over to Grandma's cookie jar because why? Grandma's cookie jar had all of the amazing recipes, and she left a lot of nuggets when she left those little droppings, like the little crumbs from the flour or the sugar on those recipe cards. So if you grab those recipe cards from Grandma, and you pick them up, guess what? They're full of wisdom. And that's what she stored in her cookie jar. So today we are going to pull up some wisdom. And I think I set you all up today because we're going to dish some tea. Ooh, my goodness, some good old, hold on, good old tea. Y'all remember it's smoothie time, right? Last year, July 10th, last year we did our sold out book signing for a smoothie time. Let's take some tea. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Good old tea. So I know you all are just waiting to hear what's going on. What's going on? Well, guess what? My daughter sent me this chamomile tea. I guess she said, Mom, it was Egyptian chamomile tea. Gotta open that. She probably said, Mom, you need to calm down. But today I can't calm down because guess what? Book number two is out and we are launching it on October the 27th at 9 o'clock a.m. So the information is going to be down in the description box. We are going to put the QR code if you want to join the Facebook group and go on this journey to the Amazon bestsellers. That's what we're doing. That's our goal. Remember, we talked about goals. So today's episode, though, while I'm giving you all this good old information and all these great, updates, we're going to talk about success. It takes a village. And we're going to talk about the new book release a little bit, and we're going to talk about the daddy-daughter dynamic. That's the name of the book. Ta-da! Oh my goodness, I'm excited. I am so excited. One of the reasons why I'm so excited is because when you set a goal for yourself, so I can remember being a young girl and my father said, you know what, you make a great journalist because he knew I loved stories. I told stories all the time, not lies, but maybe some of them too were little. But I loved stories. Stories just amazed me. It was just a wonderful world that you could escape and go to. So I loved not only reading, but I loved telling stories. So it was like, you'll be a great journalist. And wow, he wasn't far from that. Mom said, yeah, and you'd make a great nurse because you love caring for people and taking care of people. But you know what? I didn't like all the bodily fluids. So I was like, I don't know about that, Mom. But guess what, though? Naturopathic, in the naturopathic arena, naturopathic wellness, all of that. So they both are right. See how you can speak prophetically over your children and you don't even know what's going to happen. And I think I hit this stride, actually, it's a journey. It truly is a journey. So we set our goals. I talk about my books all the time, to-dos, right? And I mean the books that I create. That create a to-do, that's a whole to-do book. Look how thick this book is with all my to-dos in it. Keep them all in one place, help you stay organized. And it also helps you when you check them off or put a date by them. It helps you. Here's my other book. I practice what I preach. And I told you all, I am a student of my product, right? So let's get down to business today. We're going to talk about it takes a village. And it does take a village to be successful. And why do I say that? Because it is not something that, you need different contacts to help you get where you're going. Because somebody once said, it's not what you know, but it's who you know. And that is so, so important. I have mentors and I have coaches that are helping me to get to reach my goals. See, before I was in a grind by myself and just really grinding it out and putting in all the hard work, but see, sometimes when you do that, I'm a cleric personality. So sometimes when you work hard against one building, it could be the wrong building. If you don't have people that have went there before, you're just blindly in the dark saying, okay, that looks good, or this shiny object looks good, or this shiny object looks good, or that opportunity looks good, or that project looks good, or that looks good. And before you know it, you're all over doing the things, and never really reaching the ultimate goals that you have set for yourself. And again, that's why the book is very, very important. Your notebook. What are you what is it that you want to accomplish? So I'm just really excited today about accomplishing the goal of not only the first book. And let me tell you, I wrote a book. I believe I wrote it. I know I did. I wrote it on my lunch break. When I worked in corporate, I took time out every day, and on my lunch break, I would sit in the stairwell and I would write a chapter. And actually, I would write a part, and it was a part of my journal. And so as I was writing and writing and writing, I looked up. I had 25 chapters, right? That book is yet to come. However, there are other books that were stirring inside of me, and the story of when It's Smoothie Time. If you don't, go back and look at some of our earlier episodes. But It's Smoothie Time was birthed from me having a car accident, and then wanting to wanting to use natural remedies and herbs and things on my process and on my journey to my body. I want to say to my body, to all the challenges that I faced in my body when I was in the accident, right? And so it's smoothie time. I love good tasting food, so I wanted to find great tasting food that was healthy, not food that just, not empty calories and just for the flavor or the taste, but actually for the nutritional value. So that was a journey to get there, right? Now we have the daddy-daughter dynamic. Oh my goodness. I know we're talking about it takes a village, but I would have never gotten these two books accomplished had I not had an amazing mentor and publisher, and had I not, sat down and started. What it takes for us to do is actually put pen to paper and get started. So whatever it is you want to do, whatever it is that you want to accomplish, you do not have to do it by yourself. But what you have to do by yourself is write it down. Write it down and start mapping it out. And as you put that energy towards that project, as you put that energy towards that goal, whether it's writing a book, whether it's getting our finances together, whether it's learning about all the different assets that are available to us that we can create and that we can benefit from, no matter what it is. It takes for us to take time out and to study and to learn a thing and to apply ourselves and to get up even when you don't want to. Today, my alarm clock was ringing at 5 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I did not want to get up, but I had an appointment. I had commitments to myself. I had commitments to what it is that I'm looking to accomplish with everything and all of the things that are going on around. But I just wanted to press upon us today that it does take a village. So if you think that you have to do it by yourself, and one of the things I want to go back to say, one of the things that initially taught me that I had to do it by myself is because every time I worked on a project with somebody, they dropped me on my butt, or they left me out there spinning in the water by myself, or something just did not come together. So I thought, okay, I know that if I want it or want to accomplish it, I can do it. I can do the things, the steps to make it happen. But where is the expertise? Where is maybe you ought to think about this. Maybe you ought to think it this way. Because if you're relying on your own self for your own reference, guess what? You're only going to get so far, because there are success roads, there are successful strategies, there are successful tools that work. So why do I want to go back and reinvent the wheel when the wheel is already, the road has already been paved for me? All I have to do is follow those steps. Now, if I keep doing what I've been doing, I'm gonna keep on getting the results. Now, if I expect something different, you know what? I do believe that it is insanity. So what we need, first of all, is a mindset. That's why we've been working on mindset. It's changing the mindset. It's elevating our thinking. It's understanding that I don't know it all. I don't know how to get there, because if I knew how to get there, believe you me, my bank account, not my bank account, y'all know what I feel about bank accounts, not my bank account, but my investments would be overflowing, right? But you have to start somewhere. So no matter where you are, think about it. If you save, one of my coaches taught me, Mr. Michael Bart Matthews, thank you. He taught me to save $5 bills. And so whenever you break your 20s or whatever, save that $5. You'd be surprised how much you'll have accumulated at the end of the year. Leave it alone, act like you don't even have it. You'll be surprised at what you've accumulated. But all of those tips, that wasn't something that I thought of myself, something that I knew. But guess what? When I saw that that's what my coach did and I respect him, that's what I'm going to do the same thing. When I was writing It's Smoothie Time, my idea was, okay, let's shoot the fruit out of the sky and let it fly around because I'm creative, right, Brenda, right? Let's shoot the cannon, shoot it from the sky. And my what is it, design coach, thank you, Miss Robbie Matthews, my design coach said, drliz, you think we can put the fruit back in the glass? And we came out with a beautiful design. But again, it takes a village. When my daughter was having her twins, she said, Mom, get in the bed with me, right? She said, Mom, and I stayed by her. I stayed with her as she is doing very well. Babies are, 3 months old, 3.5 months old, and she's doing well. She was like, Mom, don't think I know I couldn't have did it without you. And that just made me feel so wonderful that I was able to be there for her. Again, it takes a village. It takes a village to raise our children. It takes a village to get where we're going. So if we still think that we need to be an island or we can do it all by ourselves, let me just tell you right now, come a little closer. Kick that out of your thought process. Don't have so much pride that you don't want to ask for help. Ask for help. I'm telling you, the bumpy road that I have taken and this journey that I've taken, what they say, hindsight is 2020. If I could have thought about it and redid it, you know what? I would have did a lot of things differently. And having a coach and a mentor is key. Now, the other thing is when you exercise, you know what? I found that I exercise better when I have a trainer. But I had a couple of trainers and it didn't work out so well. But guess what? I could not stop and not show up for myself. So guess what? I got a virtual trainer now. And a virtual trainer via my DVDs and my CDs. So I have to make sure that I get myself up and I press play every day. So 5 days a week. I say 3 days I'm committed, 5 days I'm doing excellent. I have to get up and I have to show up for myself. So that's what I wanted to press upon you all today, was to make sure that you show up for yourself. And guess what? It took me from, I'm going to give you the date, 1995. Maybe it was earlier than that. I think it was in the 80s. It's actually 85 when I started wanting to write a book, writing things down. 95, 2005, and guess what? I would not have had it accomplished if in 2021, this is 2021, would not have had my first book accomplished 2021 if I'd have kept trying to do it by myself, because I did not know. Last one thing I want to talk about this literary journey. My first book, which is going to come out, I wrote it, but I have not published it yet. I met someone in a bookstore who wanted to help me get that book published. And this was in the 90s, right? And I was so afraid of me hearing the Forrest Gump story and all of these disaster things that happen, but people take you and you because you don't know, right? So I was really, really afraid. And so that book has not been published, but I started that journey in the 80s, okay? But it took me only not even a year to get a book out of my head and get it down and get it published and get it out and have a sold out book signing on the first time. It took me a year with assistance. But when I was trying to do it by myself, guess what? I didn't know what I didn't know. I just didn't know. So that's one of the things that I wanted to just share with you today, just from my heart, because I'm really, really excited about the daddy-daughter dynamic. Daddy-daughter dynamic, okay? It is a path to healing, okay? And in order for us to accomplish the next goal and the next goal and the next goal and to be successful, we have to start going within ourselves and healing some of the brokenness that's still there. And so I'm just excited to be a part of a project that is going to and has already helped so many people. So don't forget to support us on October the 27th. And if you're seeing this after October the 27th, you can still help us by purchasing a paper copy. But I'm going to put the information to the Facebook group down in the description box. And I am just so excited to be able to share this with you. A little bit nervous, to be honest, because, I bear some things that I know if you're not transparent, oftentimes you'll miss that opportunity to help someone. So, all righty. I think I've given you all that I need to give you for today, but don't forget, help us to become Amazon bestsellers. Alrighty, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Listen, learn, and leverage this information, and go tell everybody you know to jump on that Facebook page. The QR code will be down in the description box. Alrighty, stay fearless. Bye for now.